Okay, so this is basically what I'm expecting. Let me delete everything on the screen because all this one has played out already. Market would soon close, I think, in the next 5 minutes, I guess. So that's that. So now, what am I expecting on goals? So on the weekly time frame, let's go to the weekly time frame. It has tested a particular support zone on 4 hours time frame. Yeah, that's why you're seeing that it's pushing up, and there's a high probability that this market might keep on pushing up beyond this particular place. You understand? There's a high chances of it going beyond this place, at least to this place, or even beyond to the next zone, which is this top place here, this level here, or this level. Okay, so that's one thing. So on the weekly time frame, nothing much. Let me just mark out the necessary zones. Sorry, let's take this up a bit. At least let me keep it. Let me just keep it here. Let me keep it there. Sorry about that. Okay, so which other place again? There's a zone here that the market is reacting from, or from. Who's calling me? Sorry about that. Okay, so there is a place that the market is reacting out from, so we might see a retracement down. That is, if market closes now, right, in the next 5 minutes, so we might see a push down first before a push back to the upside if it's going to continue to the upside. So if it's going to continue to the upside, it should come down first, then we want to see it respect a particular buy zone, then from there we want to see it's pushing up again. So let's mark out where we're anticipating that drop to come to before we before it continues to the upside. So what time frame is this from? Daily time frame. You see, we've gone down to daily time frame to mark out levels that we're anticipating a drop to before a continuation to the upside. So let's see what 4 hours is telling us. So we have this level here. This was initially my target. That was the buy I told you that I caught around 4 o'clock. This was my target here, right? So now, but it has hit that particular point. So you see it's reacting out that place. So we might see a drop first. So now, where should that drop get to? We have this one candlestick breakout zone, like a continuation pattern here. Those that are actually going to understand the structure. So we know that inside this level, this is a buy structure around this particular area, right? So this is where we know that if it wants to keep on buying, right? If it wants to continue buying, at least it should, Asian section, as market opens around 11:05, it should drop to this place. Then inside this place, we want to see the bullish structure on the smaller time frame, like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. We want to see a bullish structure telling us that it's time for us to buy. And most likely, if that buy starts happening, there's a high probability that it will take out this place, like I said, from the bigger time frame, and at least to levels like this. Okay, as if it's going to continue buying, right? So that's one thing. So but we know that around this area, this is like a buy structure. Let's check daily time frame again. Is there any other place again that we're anticipating a touch to? Nothing much. Just a drop to that place, then a continuation to the upside again if it wants to continue. But if not, if it keeps on dropping, because I might want to catch the drop first if it creates a good opportunity, because yeah, except I just want to scalp it. Let me see how many pips. Let's see how many pips down to this place. That's like 100, and so it's still a good one. Using like 20 pips stop loss, 30 pips stop loss, it's still a good one, right? So let's see what 1 hour looks like at that area. So does 1 hour has a zone there? 1 hour tells us that there's no level at that particular point. So the only zone that 1 hour has close to that area is this point here, this level here. So I might just want to draw it with a box too, so that it makes sense, because it has two zones there, this continuation pattern here and this low here, right? So we have this point here too. So we know that we have what's it called? So we know that we have like two buy zones here, right? So we have two levels that we are anticipating market to drop to. So we have levels that we are anticipating this market to drop to first before we see a continuation to the upside. So that's one thing. If the market opens, it should come down first. If it wants to buy, it should come down first before a continuation to the upside. Because if not, if it's it's going to drop very well, then it means that it might open and start pushing up first. It might open with a gap to the upside, right? It might open and push up first. You get, if it opens and push up first, there's a high probability that during let's say around 4, around 3, there might be a reversal down, which the drop might be more crazier, and there's a high probability that I might pass this place. Okay, so that's one thing I'm expecting from the bigger time frame, because one thing is that the bigger time frame controls the smaller time frame. So if market opens and push up first, then what I'll be expecting is a sell, right? What I'll be anticipating, if it keeps on pushing up to this place, then I might just anticipate that sell from here down to this particular area, right? But we are not, this is not what we're anticipating. Instead, we are anticipating the opposite, which is it should come down first. Sorry, it should come down first before going to the upside. You understand? So that's one thing. So then all these areas that we have marked out, what we do is now we go on the smaller time frame and wait for confirmations of those particular points, then we flow with the move, right? So I think that's just basically it.